Why did the sore tooth take up so much space? So what we're doing is we're trying to find the answer to number 1. We're finding that the length of a rectangle is 3 times the width. So the width is here, and the length is 3 times the width. All right? And they say if the length is decreased by 4 meters. So if the length, so this is our original, and this is our original. If the length is decreased by 4, and the width is decreased by 1, the perimeter, the new perimeter, would be 66. Okay? And what I'm going to do is put white paper behind it so we can see.
Can you turn like one light on?
Yes. Okay? So that's our problem. And I squiggled, no, this one. And I squiggled under the original measurements. Okay? So what do we know about a rectangle and a perimeter? What's a perimeter? All the sides added together. So what do we know about this side versus any other side?
It has a W?
This side and this side, what do we know about them? Oh, they're the same. So what would we do to this side to get toward the perimeter?
Plus 4. Oh, put it on the other side.
Oh, well, they're the same, right? So if we're doing something equal to 66, how many of those would there be?
2.
Oh, there's going to be 2. So 2 times 3W minus 4. So that one's taken care of and that one's taken care of. What else do we need? W minus 1, and how many of them?
2.
2 of them, okay? Plus 2 times W minus 1. Have we gotten all 4 sides of our rectangle?
Yes.
Good. Now we just solved the problem. And we'll find out what the W is. Okay? Let's kill subtraction first. Oh, so this is now our new problem. And I'm going to have to write small. This is my math, and this is my English. Okay? My E on my me chart is very, very small. Please stop talking, gentlemen. You're being rude. Okay? So we're going to add the opposite. You guys know what I really call that. So it's 2 times quantity, 3W plus negative 4, and stop pounding. W plus negative 1 equals 66. And all I did was change subtraction to adding the opposite. Because I don't want to blow it. I don't want to end up with a positive when it should be a negative and vice versa. Okay, what am I going to do next? Because you know, those parentheses have numbers crowding their space. So what do I have to do?
Distribute.
I need to distribute. So I'm going to distribute. My next English is distribute. Okay? So 2 times 3W is 6W, plus 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, plus 2 times W, 2W, plus 2 times 2 times negative 1,
Negative 2.
negative 2 equals 66. Okay? What do I do next?
Combine.
Combine like terms. I'm going to combine like terms. And what are my like terms? 6W and 2W makes 8 W's plus negative 10 equals
66.
good. Now what?
Subtract 8, add 10 to 66.
Add 10 to both sides, and what are we doing there?
Isolating the variable.
Isolate the variable expression.
Oh, you're so smart.
So we're going to isolate the variable expression by adding 10 to both sides. 8w equals 76. Where did we go wrong? It was 72 last period. And then we're going to isolate the variable. Divide both by 8. And I'm trying to figure out, because this was positive 2 last time.
What's 76 divided by 8?
But it isn't. I did it last period and it's different.
It's wrong.
Because W was 9. So we've done something wrong.
Boom Z, you did yourself wrong.
I just listened to you guys. 2 times.
Blame it on the kid.
Yep. Where'd we go wrong?
The beginning.
Probably.
Beginning.
So what's our problem? 3W minus 4. Was it bigger or smaller? We had a problem. 3 times the width decreased by 4. The width is increased by 1. Nobody caught me.
Will you mess it
Plus
up?
1. Plus 1. Plus 2.
It's plus 2.
Yeah. So this is not going to be minus 10. It's going to be minus 6. So we're going to add 6 to both sides. So this is going to be equals 72. So W is 9. Okay? And we wouldn't have found the answer in our answer key, so we had to go back and see what we did wrong. We identified, but we still haven't found the answer in our answer key. Why not? What's the question? We have to, well, once we plug in the numbers, we still don't find it, because the question is, find the dimensions of the original rectangle. Our original rectangle was 3W and W. So what's the original rectangle? 9 by 27. So that answer is there for you. That was this later, the way that it read. The length of the rectangle is 3 times the width. If the length is decreased by 4 and the width is increased by 1, the perimeter would become. Find the length of the original rectangle. So we were talking about 2 different rectangles. The original and the adjusted. They gave us the perimeter of the new or the adjusted rectangle. They never gave us the original perimeter. So we had to calculate it based on the adjusted. And then go back and find the original. There are 5 more questions on that sheet. As you can see, it's rather complicated, and it's one of the reasons I give you the answers on the sheet. We got to the answer, and it wasn't there. There were no fractional answers there. So we knew we had an issue. We had to go back, reread the problem, and find the answer. Okay? So now you see why I give you the answers. Because we would have gone, la-da-da-da-da, we're done. And we're wrong. But we didn't. If we didn't have the answers, we wouldn't have known we were wrong. This way we had to go and find our mistake. Which is, as you know from my quizzes, far more valuable. We learn a lot more from finding our mistakes than even doing extra problems.